Greetings, everyone. It is I, the mighty Haysoos. I am back with One Piece, Chapter 1066, The Will of Ohara. It's good to be back. Sorry for the late update. I should have done this earlier in the week, but it is Saturday now. But obviously, I will do the chapter review tomorrow, when it comes out tomorrow. So, this is 1066, and then tomorrow is 1067. Anywho, let's begin. We start off the chapter with this the cover page today. Germa 66. An emotional excursion, volume 23. Germa returns with added bonus, obviously Caesar Clown. We see the Germa Kingdom with their snails en route in the ocean. Obviously, they escaped Big Mom. But we see the Germa siblings flying overhead with Caesar in tow. As we start the chapter off, we're back where Nico, Robin, and the gang were together with Shaka Vegapunk. What's that supposed to mean? That long in the past, there used to be a futuristic city just like this one? Only in theory, as far as I know. There was once a man who gave his life for archaeology and brought the kingdom's existence to light. And that timeline matches up with the period in which a certain machine discovered elsewhere was originally produced. Obviously, we have Robin to corroborate with this telling of a story. Would that machine have happened to have been made during the Void Century? Dun dun dun! How much do you know exactly? Shaka asks Robin. Robin, you know about this, right? I realize this may be painful for you to remember. Your hometown of Ohara was leveled by the Navy Buster Call 22 years ago, after all. I suspect this was because Ohara had discovered the existence of a particular kingdom. The Void Century, as it is called, is the history of a war between this extremely advanced civilization of the past and a group of 20 kingdoms. That made the world government. The 20 kingdoms won the war and later developed the world government, creating the world that we know today. Man, it's such a revealing situation we have here. And in order to ensure the ideals of that ancient kingdom could not be passed down, they erased all traces of it from history. What? How could that be? Nami is surprised. So is Usopp. Huh? What? Is that really true? Yeah, obviously Frankie is, excited. Whoa, talk about a tale packed with romance and mystery. Sanji's just as shocked. Hang on a second, Vegapunk. Doesn't that mean that everyone who learned about this, yes, will be eliminated, yes. Oh, everyone who knows the forbidden knowledge will be eliminated. Why are you telling us then? I heard him say it. Usopp is scared. He's bashing his head against the ground. Forget all of it, Usopp. You don't know anything. You didn't hear anything. I told you, it's only a theory. But Nico Robin, if Ohara was indeed wiped out over this theory, wouldn't that mean that the government has essentially admitted that it is true? He has a good point there. In what capacity are you speaking here? The scholars of Ohara had to perform painstaking research on precious ancient text to arrive at that theory. With your status, can you learn the truth straight from the government? No. Whether affiliated with the government or not, the result would be the same. Even I would be eliminated for speaking about it. Vegapunk knows. I don't want to hear it then. This is torture. Just let us go. Sanji is I know that Usopp's like, ah. In that case, how did you learn about the ancient kingdom? All the texts, the library that Ohara compiled, it's all... The will of Ohara still lives. Huh? The events of that day shocked the world. The island of scholars, Ohara, the most knowledgeable place in the world, destroyed in a course of a single night, with only one little girl left alive. Nico Robin, wanted poster. Damn, poor Robin. For the crime of being a fanatical sect of scholars seeking to overturn the world government itself. Several months after it happened, I took a trip to the charred remains of Ohara. Punk Hazard. I'd known the great archaeologist Dr. Clover in life, and thought it appropriate to pay my respects to his memory. You knew Professor Clover? Ah, Professor Clover. And we see what Professor Clover used to be. He was an adventurer who was obsessed over the Void Century and traveled the world in search of rare texts. Clover was arrested by the Navy and broke out of prison 10 whole times. It made him the most famous archaeologist in the world. He wasn't a pirate, he was an adventurer. Eventually, other scholars were drawn to him and his quest, and Ohara became a sacred land of archaeology. Their brilliance was the cause of their tragedy. We see a clip of the past. We see this man standing with this huge head. All that hair, man. I set foot on Ohara where even the tree of knowledge had been burned to the ground, and what I saw stunned me. The lake in the center of the island was full of a massive collection of books and papers of all kind. What is this? I suspect that as the Buster Call burned down the island around them, the scholars of Ohara made their final stand and died protecting the fortune they wished to leave behind for the future. Yeah, I remember that. The scholars tossing all the books into the lake so they wouldn't burn. Ignorant soldiers would not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. Ohara won. Sure did. When I saw and understood what happened, it left me helpless to stop the tears from coming. Oh, we see a flashback of Nico Robin. Please take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes from the island. It's Robin's mom. I still have things to do here. Mother, I don't want to leave you. I'll stay here with you. Save the books. Throw them out the window. Robin, history is humanity's greatest asset. We cannot give up on the future of the world. I believe it was Olivia. Mother, be proud, Robin. And it's Saul. Your mother is noble. Ohara fought against the world. Oh, Robin's crying. Hey, what's the big deal? What's the big idea making Robin cry, stupid helmet? You're going to get it, Vegapunk, as soon as you release my shoes. Vegapunk at Robin's. Just as you suspected, Ohara uncovered the existence of the ancient kingdom. I see. Then it is the truth. Where are the books from the lake now? So the truth is that the ancient kingdom was highly advanced. Oh, that answers a lot of questions, that's for sure. But why were they eliminated? I wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard with me, but if my superiors had heard about it, all would have been lost. The truth is, I encountered quite a combination of people that day. Ohara, West Blue, 22 years ago, months after the Buster Call incident. Who's here at these ruins? Giants! Oh, we get to see what Vegapunk looks like. Alright, lift it up. What are the giants doing here? And what do I do now? Do they understand the value of these books? Dude has a big head. It's been a while. Hello, Vegapunk. Not that I had to guess it was you, thanks to that head of yours. Is that? My goodness, Vegapunk looks ridiculous. He has long legs, but like a very short body. But then he has this huge, massive head, while he is sticking out his tongue with his mustache. And then we see Monkey D. Dragon, Captain Freedom Fighters, age 33. Dr. Vegapunk, Director, Punk Hazard Lab, age 43. Dragon? What are you doing here? I'd ask the same of you, Vegapunk. Somehow your head has grown even larger. I knew old Clover as it happens. Ah, you too. Well, he had a way of trotting around the globe, didn't he? The idea that he would try to destroy the world? A bad joke of a cover-up. Are you curious about the giants too? They're not thieves. I already looked into it. They've come from Elbaf, it seems, and they know they know what those books down there are worth. Huh? Their captain was a strange man, all covered in bandages. He said O'Hara gave their lives to save this asset of humanity. We can't let it be erased from history. Dragon is being smart, I must say. We get to see what he looks like at a young age. It's a good thing that your world government didn't figure it out and come back to destroy the books that remain. Now just a moment. It made me sick to hear the news that you're a government lapdog now, when you were too good to accept our offer to join the Freedom Fighters. Don't be stupid. What would my intellect and expertise achieve with an impoverished military force like yours? Ah, he needs money to make machines. Yes, I know. You are always honest to a fault. The government is a massive organization, and within the Navy in particular, there are many reasonable people to be found. Don't lose sight of that, Gold Dragon. I know, but I'll admit, this one really shook me. So they're just on O'Hara talking. For the crime of speaking their mind to the... For the mind of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law, a group of powerless academics were obliterated by extreme violence. But I will create a military force that can actually fight back. You will? Despite your hatred of war? Just watch, Vegapunk. I'll change the world. I'll see to it that Clover's death and O'Hara's will don't go to waste. Before that year ended, he journeyed with Emporio Ivankov and Bartholomew Kuma to create the revolutionary army that now shakes the world to its core. Monkey D. Dragon. I didn't realize Luffy's dad was so passionate. Nami. Did I hear you mention Elbaf? Of course, Usopp would be. Dragon and Professor Clover had a connection too? Nico Robin is shocked. My brain, it's overflowing, man. Why did Kuma help us? Why did you make him a cyborg, Vegapunk? Frankie is asking questions. Eva was a founding member of the Revolutionaries? Everything connects together. Oh, it's true that we must not allow the government to discover that O'Hara's library still lives. So out of professional interest, I traveled to Elbaf in secret and read all the books they rescued. In other words, all of the world's mysteries that O'Hara deciphered are right here in my brain, where I have carried on the great work of researching them. And in that panel we see where he's in the library of Elbaf, we see a giant who's all in bandages. He is a very familiar shape. That giant captain, well, his name was Saul, wasn't it? No, Saul's alive. He is currently in hiding. I could not tell you more, whoever he might be. We just see Nico Robin crying, but tears of joy. Thank you, Vegapunk, for ensuring that O'Hara's battle wasn't in vain. I'm simply engaged in all areas of study. It is the nature of a scholar. And we see everyone getting pulled by their boots. Whoa! The shoes are moving on their own. I cannot release you, but you may come with me. I have something to show you. Scrap heap fabrophase egghead. Hey Chopper, there's no place to ride inside. It must be the kind that goes on its own. So we see Luffy's gang. Then how about go, Robot, robot? What's the command? No, I bet we have to call its name first. Go, Robo Nosuke. Go, Robo King. Bonnie, you guys are such dumb little kids. That's not going to... Wow, the mech is moving. The robot exploded? It's exploding. What? No, it's not. Help! I require help. I failed again. Blasted. Somebody. Anyone. I request help. Require help. It's someone with a tongue. Did time-space get twisted somehow when I was warping? What's with this guy? He looks like Kimon. Hang on, I'll save you. I'm sinking. Thanks. Wait, Thank you. You're Dragon's son, aren't you? I knew you were here. Thank you for coming. And Bonnie, how much you've grown. What? He's floating. It's so good to see you flourishing, Vegapunk. I see you're wearing them too. Look, Dom shoes have a hover function. Huh? Just push in the button on the side and grab the lever and push it down like this. That's it. Uh-oh. We shot up too high. They're all flying. Woohoo! I require help. The smartest man in the world. SSG's Navy Special Science Group leader, Dr. Vegapunk. And we see him. He's a man. He doesn't have his big head anymore, but he has an apple sticking out of his head, which is really weird, like his head was cut off or something. But he isn't like... I can see that Oda definitely took inspiration with the Dr. Einstein. Or Albert Einstein, because of the famous sticking out tongue picture. Dr. Vegapunk is always sticking out his long, huge tongue. And he has that, mad scientist spiky hair and a lab coat. And that's the end of the chapter. Chapter 1066. That's the end. I'm glad I could read it. There's so many chances of me getting spoiled, but I dodged them, and damn. I wonder if that apple shape is a reference to Isaac Newton's gravity thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why it's an apple. Clever, Oda, clever. I must say, it's pretty good. Whoa, we shot up too high. But, oh man, seeing Nico Robin smile while tears of joy that's so wholesome. That's like probably the best part of the chapter for me, since I am a Nico Robin fan. Best girl, Anyways, that was chapter 1066. Now we know that the Void Century was futuristic, but it was in the past. How mysterious. Why did the world government go against that country? Anywho, that was a good chapter. 10 out of 10. It keeps going good. I can't wait to read more tomorrow. Alright, goodbye.